What's going on, guys? Luke here. Today I'm at the Motorplex. It's import night, so I thought why not run the Skyline and see what it does pre-tune. So I've got something sort of to compare it with, you know, real world info. So yeah, here we are. About to go line up, already past scrutineering and all that. Hopefully Matt's meant to be bringing the RX-7. He wants to take his parents are here on holiday, so he wants to take his old man down the strip. So I'll find out where he is and then see what happens. I'm going to go line up now.
Till 20 minutes later.
Luke Telfer, R32 Skyline.
Front, back, rear, interior, under the bonnet, the whole lot. I want to check this thing out. I want to try it. No problem, mate. I'll let you know that the closer you get, the more. And he's crossing the line, but it says 85. Even with that sketchy launch there, that thing is cool. Obviously packing a fair bit of boots because the manual trans on the and pulling the gears. Again, one of these things, lots of clutch. Oh, road is stalling on the start line. Quick go! Just stop right there. Stop in the middle of the racing line. That's cool. You can do that. Luckily, that's going to come down and we're going to have something to talk about.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
I know. Look, I think this may be a stellar opportunity and hopefully I can get production on board. I think it's about time that we jump into our next funny clip tonight. It's just on 7:30. And this is pretty cool. Dude Perfect Stunt Driver. Guys, you got that clip ready? Anyone? Ready, set, go? Yeah, cool. Alright, check this out. Check this out on the super screen. The Dude Perfect Stunt Driver.
Hello Luke, we got it all on video. Push that skyline. We had a stalled start from Matt and it died at halfway from Luke.
Welcome to round one. We've got our high-speed drift park challenge to start. Each driver will attempt to drift into a perfect parallel park between the two cars without hitting anything. Cone hits are -1, car hits are -5. Driver with the most deductions will be eliminated from the competition. Hopping in the blockmobile for green to respect the block. So I like racing more than most. Safe and pays off.
Hey.
Gotta see my driver go to Chase Elliott, you know, really come out driving so well.
So Matt or
Halfway, actually, we are going to have this halfway, mate.
this guy's Brooklyn.
Yeah, look at that makes me now the new favorite. Wow, that was
There's a nifty little ute. 11-second ute right there. Little ting-a-lang-a-langer.
I want to keep the photos of this thing with it up and everything else.
Yeah, okay, mate. This is, more importantly, this is Trent.
Hi, Trent.
Trent just turned 21 today. Happy birthday, Trent.
Birthday, Trent.
Keys to the world, he's got keys to a dado with a Haltech in it. You want to check out the dash? I don't think I'm 28 now, I'm going to get a Haltech. This is too much for me. Ride seats, it's an amazing little dance combination, and the sound underneath the hood is telling us.
Hey guys, Luke here. So obviously it's been a while, about a month since I went drag racing and blew my gearbox. So a few things have changed since then. Sort of been a bit busy to film. Sort of when my car broke, I sort of lost a little bit of motivation, but I've got that back now, and I'm hoping to continue in making some content. So I thought I'd just give you guys a bit of an update with life and what's happened with the car and what blew at the drag strip, what I broke. But you know what they say, build it, race it, break it, rebuild it, race it again, break it some more. So part of racing, but it's the life we live, isn't it? So yeah, I'll, basically with work, I was working up north in the mines, and that sort of basically ran out of working because I was casual. I was only getting very minimal work, not really enough to survive on. So since then I left, and I'm working back at a workshop in Perth for basically it's a giant used car dealer, but they also service customers' cars and that. And so yeah, I was working about an hour's drive from where I live, an hour each way. So that was pretty hard out, you know, 600 k's a week on the Skyline, which was expensive on fuel. but yeah, so but now I've recently been moved to their new premises that they've opened up, and I'm sort of the only one there, so I'm in charge of the whole workshop side of things. Got another mechanic who's just moved down from the other shop with me, so it's been interesting sort of, because I have to sort of organise my own jobs, order my own parts, organise things for subcontractors, etc, etc. Obviously outsource tyres and stuff because they don't have tyre machines and that there yet, but yeah, so that's been a great learning curve, and it's been good to be able to step up, and I think they're happy with what I'm doing. I'm a lot happier being home, coming home every night to my wife and my cats and my car has reduced my anxiety a heap, which has been good, because towards the end there it was getting a bit dicey, but now I'm very happy about that. And yeah, so now I'll show you what I broke. So as you can see, there's the old gearbox out the girl. Basically I blew the input shaft, which is, here's the bit that got broken off. As you can see, the splines sort of stripped a bit. I mean, I don't claim to be a drag racing pro, and I guess the way I was launching was a bit rough. But I was at the time I was trying to beat the old, race the clock, and I think ended up running a 14.1, which is pretty good for a completely stock tune RB20. Yeah, I was very, very happy with that. Yeah, so first item I broke was the output shaft there. Now the second item was I broke an engine mount, which would have all happened. I mean, the engine mounts obviously original ones from the car, so they would have been on the way out. I mean, that one there's cracked as well. You can see it's cracked all the way around, but this one here tore completely, which also, if we can see, gets a bit of extra light on there, it cracked the manifold right in the, as Marty from Mighty Car Mods would say, in the gooch. So now I got my mate Scott, shout out to Scott for his Boilermaker skills. I got him he attempted to weld it up, and he mostly did it. I mean, it's really thin stainless, so he started off blowing a hole in it, but he fixed it, and it's better than it was. So yeah, also while I was around it there, we did replace the engine mounts with brand new Nismo items from Right Hand Drive Japan, which is, if you guys don't know, check it out. It's parts directly from Japan, a lot cheaper than what you can get it from in Australia most of the time. But yeah, I mean, you got to pay for postage and that, and it takes a while, but it's generally cheaper, generally very much cheaper. Yeah, so I was around there at Matt and Scott's, and we replaced the engine mount and did a quick service. But while obviously to replace the engine mounts, you got to jack the motor up. While we jacked the motor up, I broke the spout on the top of the radiator. So I don't know if you can see that there, but yeah, so obviously my car being my daily driver, I needed it back on the road. I did try and find like a good brand aftermarket radiator that was, someone had put posts up on Facebook and trolled eBay, Gumtree, Facebook, etc. Couldn't end up finding anything, so ended up going with a cheap alloy Chinese triple core massive radiator, which actually took a little bit of modification to fit. I had to modify, like bend in the radiator support a little bit along here. I had to, I don't know if you can see it, I had to trim the cowl for the intercooler pipe because it moved it that far forward. I still need to make some proper mount. I mean, those zip ties don't really do anything, the radiator doesn't really move, but I'm still going to make some mounts, but those zip ties aren't really doing anything. The radiator's solid. Yeah, I mean, me personally, I'm not a huge fan of Chinese stuff, but the car is my daily driver, so at the end of the day I needed it back on the road to get to work the next day. Oh well, yeah, Tuesday, because Monday was a public holiday. So I mean, the radiator seems to work, nothing hits, it holds water fine, it keeps the temperature a lot cooler than with standard radiator. So I'm pleased. It was a bitch to fit, but I'm pleased it works. But yeah, that's sort of where I'm at. Next up on the Skyline will be a right hand front wheel bearing. I've already replaced the left hand front, but the right hand front's real rumbly, and I think it's actually starting to wear the tyre down because it's worn out my RE003, which I'm not happy about. 5,000 k's on a tyre and it's cooked. But that'll be next, and then I think I'm going to start saving to do brakes. So basically with brakes I'm looking at doing R34 GTT calipers, because they will bolt straight on with a little bit of modification of the dust cover, and they change the rotor size from a 282 or 85 or something about that to a 310mm rotor, which is a substantial upgrade. In the rears there's no real bolt-on upgrade bar GDR, but I'm not going to fork out for GDR. So I'm hoping to do T3 slotted rotors and Bendix street and track pads all round with Howell braided lines and decent brake fluid. So that should give the old girl a bit of a brake upgrade, maybe. No, it should help her stop a lot more efficient than she does now. So that's sort of my plans for the next sort of thing. End of financial year's coming up. That means big tax return. I'm hoping to get a decent return, since I was taxed a lot but didn't work a lot. So it should be a decent refund. With that I'm hoping to get a Link G4 plug-in and appropriate sensors to run that, and a wideband gauge. So shout out to Matt from Elusive Parts over in good old New Zealand. He's hooking me up, one of the bros from way back. Check him out on Facebook. He does a lot of stuff if you're New Zealand bound. But yeah, he's hooking me up. He's always looked after your boy, so give him a shout out. Oh, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this little random ass video, but I'm hoping to make more content in the future. Catch you later.